Let's go Broncos! I need your full attention now, because what I'm about to reveal isn't just sensationalism, it's the kind of behind-the-scenes reality that could change everything you thought you knew about the Broncos. There's a storm brewing in Denver, a culture shift, a fire that's been quietly smoldering, unnoticed, and now it's about to explode onto the national stage. I've uncovered inside information from Broncos country that paints a very different picture than what the rest of the NFL expects. Sean Payton has been playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, and if what I'm seeing is true, this team isn't just on its way to the playoffs, they're dangerous. But before I unpack all the hidden numbers, locker room rumors, and surprising plays that could lead us to a playoff run, here's what I need from you. If you've ever yelled at the TV in the middle of a Broncos game, hit the like button right now. And if you followed this team through thick and thin, leave a comment saying, "Go Broncos!" My loyalty is sky high. Well, let's go. What we're witnessing right now is the emergence of something special. This isn't just another rebuilding year or a season full of empty hype. There's substance, there's chemistry, and more importantly, there's production across every phase of the game. Let's start with the tone-setting shift that's happened inside the locker room. Sean Payton made it clear when he asked the question, "Who are you scared of?" And the answer? Absolutely nobody. The national metrics are backing it up. These aren't Broncos-biased takes. They're hard, objective numbers from league-wide analysts placing Denver in elite territory. J.K. Dobbins, for example, is ranked 5th in rushing yards. But what's wild is he's doing it with far fewer carries than the rest of the top-tier backs. He's only 78 yards behind Jonathan Taylor despite a lighter workload. Sean Payton is managing Dobbins with a playoff-minded strategy, slow-playing his usage to keep him healthy and explosive for the long haul. This isn't accidental, it's calculated. And it's working. Let's flip over to the offensive line. Broncos fans, we've got not one, but two tackles on the list of the best in the league at preventing pressures and sacks. Garrett Bowles and Mike McGlinchey are both dominating in protection, which gives our quarterback Bo Nix time to operate and elevate this offense. That kind of trench consistency is what championship teams are built on. Speaking of defense, we need to talk about Nik Bonitto. He's not just a bright spot, he's leading the league in sacks, holding a game-and-a-half lead over Byron Young. What's even more impressive, Bonitto is only playing around 60% of the snaps because he's on a pitch count, and yet he's doing this against the likes of the Chargers, Colts, and Eagles, teams with top 5 offensive lines. He's not just feasting on weak links, he's dominating elite competition. He's on pace to break Von Miller's record and possibly challenge the NFL sack record. Let that sink in. And he's not alone out there. Jonathan Cooper ranks 18th in sacks. That's 2 Broncos edge rushers in the top 20. And it's not all-out blitzes doing the damage, it's 4-man pressures, which is exactly how the Eagles dismantled Mahomes in the Super Bowl. When you can get home with 4, you free up your secondary and turn up the heat on opposing QBs without sacrificing coverage. This defensive front isn't just good, they're hitting quarterbacks from top offenses like the Colts, the Eagles, and the Titans, whose offensive lines rank among the best. And despite that tough schedule, Denver's defense has only allowed 84 points so far. That's giving Bo Nix and the offense the breathing room to win games without needing 30-plus points. On the other side of the ball, Courtland Sutton is proving why he's still the guy. Top 15 in receiving yards through 5 weeks, asterisk and asterisk. He's done it facing elite defenses like Philly and LA. Sutton took a massive hometown discount to stay in Denver, and he did it not for money, but for belief in this team's potential. That same loyalty showed up in guys like Nik Bonitto, Quinn Meinerz, and Patrick Surtain. It speaks volumes when star players take less to stay because they believe in the vision. And we're finally seeing the offensive connections we dreamed about in the offseason come to life. J.K. Dobbins broke 100 yards last week. Evan Ingram is making clutch catches, even difficult ones, like that 8 out of 10 difficulty grab that he snatched out of the air. This isn't luck. It's a sign of cohesion building week by week. Let's not overlook the impact of rookie Jaden Barron either. With Dre Greenlaw out, Barron stepped up and shut down Dallas Goedert, a tough assignment for any veteran, let alone a rookie. He didn't play a ton of snaps, but when he did, he made them count. He completely negated one of Philly's biggest offensive threats. Barron's heady play, especially against screens, shows just how prepared and instinctive he is. All of this leads us to the quarterback, Bo Nix. Let's make something clear. Bo is steadily ascending. Early games showed flashes, but now we're seeing consistent growth. Advanced analytics show a clear upward trend over the past 2 years. There's no dip, no plateau, just a steady rise. That's what you want in a franchise QB. Even better, his incompletions aren't predictable. He's not consistently missing deep, short, or due to overthrows. He's varied, adaptable, and unpredictable, traits that make it difficult for defenses to game plan against him. And for all the jokes about overthrows, guess what? He's nowhere near the league leader in that category. That title belongs to none other than Patrick Mahomes, who somehow leads in both overthrows and underthrows. Bo's real issue, when he does miss, is usually due to a defender cutting off the route. That's more about tight coverage than QB error. Sean Payton wouldn't be publicly backing Bo Nix as a future top 5 quarterback if he had any reason to doubt that projection. If anything, Payton would be downplaying expectations. Instead, he's doubling down. And the numbers? They agree. And the momentum is only building from here. What we've got is more than just stats and standings. It's a shift in culture that's been years in the making. Sean Payton hasn't just brought a playbook. He's brought a mindset, a level of preparation, and an attention to detail that's reshaped the very foundation of this team. And that's not just talk. The numbers, the tape, and the attitude on the field all back it up. When was the last time Broncos fans could say they were 2 games ahead of the Chiefs in early season projections? It's been a long time, but that's exactly where we're heading if this trend continues. Let's talk about leadership. Dre Greenlaw, even while injured, has been the emotional engine of this defense. He's the guy breaking down the huddle before games, the guy rallying teammates, and now he's making the trip with the team like it's a college brotherhood road trip. That kind of locker room unity is powerful and rare. When your leaders care that much, that energy filters down. It's contagious. Meanwhile, Vance Joseph has quietly engineered one of the most balanced and effective defenses in the league. Unlike previous years where we relied on sending the house just to get pressure, this unit is getting home with 4. That alone is game-changing. It allows the secondary to lock in and eliminate big play threats while the front 4 disrupts timing and rhythm up front. It's smart, it's disciplined, and it's suffocating. Even more encouraging is how strategic this team has been with snap counts and player usage. Look at what they're doing with Nick Bonitto and Jaden Barron, 2 impact players being used with precision. They're not being run into the ground, but they're also not being hidden. They're placed in positions to succeed, and that kind of calculated coaching shows how much this staff trusts their roster. And let's revisit that idea of sacrifice, players taking less to stay in Denver. That doesn't happen by accident. It happens when a franchise is building something real. When Courtland Sutton says it's not about the money but about belief in the team, that sends a message to the entire league. And when that belief is echoed by defensive stars like Patrick Surtain and emerging leaders like Bonitto and Miners, it confirms what we're all seeing unfold. This team is uniting around a shared vision. Even the unsung heroes are stepping up. The way Jaden Barron neutralized Dallas Goedert showed not just raw talent but a football IQ that's way ahead of where most rookies are. He wasn't just on the field, he was taking away a major offensive weapon. And the coaching staff deserves credit too. Instead of throwing him out there full time and risking confidence or health, they're easing him into the system with intention. It's working. On the offensive side, we're seeing the Broncos become multiple, dangerous in different ways each week. One week it's J.K. Dobbins grinding out 100-plus yards. The next it's Evan Ingram high-pointing a touchdown in traffic, or Sutton shredding elite corners. We're no longer relying on one star having to carry the load. The wealth is being spread, and that keeps defenses guessing. And let's not overlook Bo Nix's growth.